Welcome back to the Content by Volume 2018 Fall Seasonal Beer Review. Be sure to check out the first video in this series if you're interested. You can find it on the channel or on the screen. The second beer this year is one of my personal favorites and one that I'm always glad to pick up. That beer being Punpkin Ale by Dogfish Head Brewery out of Milton, Delaware. This pumpkin-themed brown ale is 7% ABV and 28 IBUs. Nowhere on the brewery's page could I find the types of hops or yeast that this particular beer was brewed with, and I couldn't find any reliable third-party sources. What the page does describe is some of the other ingredients used in this seasonal drink, which include actual pumpkin meat, brown sugar, and other unlisted spices. The page also gives a brief history explaining the origin of its name, being derived from the Delaware event that is Punkin Junkin. First up is appearance. Pouring from a 12-ounce bottle into my brandy snifter, Punpkin Ale is a brilliant orange and amber color that screams pumpkin. A rough pour allows the off-white head to grow, but it's quick to shrink down to a bubbly, foamy ring that thinly lines the glass. Punpkin Ale radiates a magnificent orange glow when light hits it in just the right way, creating a visually stunning beer whose only downside is the lack of an accompanying crown of fluffy, foamy head. Moving over to aroma, Punpkin Ale makes its presence known even before bringing the glass to your nose with its sweet, spicy smells. The first thing I noticed was the malts within the brown ale and the sweetness that is most likely accentuated by the extra sugar that it's brewed with. The aroma from the spices ride in on the back of the malts, with cinnamon and nutmeg being the most prominent. There is also a very faint earthy aroma that may be coming from the pumpkin meat itself, but it's just a bit too subtle to identify. Taking the first sip reveals a soft bite that I assume is from the hops that are absent from the aroma. This is quickly washed away as the sweet malts take over with a heavy presence that is then carried by the cinnamon and nutmeg that was present in the aroma. As the spices fade away, the earthy aroma that we smelled before lingers on the tongue much stronger, but ultimately faint. After further drinking, I've settled on this being the pumpkin meat, as it has that taste you'd expect from a gourd. Punpkin Ale is about medium-bodied, slightly sticky with medium carbonation. A good combination, I'd say, for the flavors they're trying to deliver. Each year, Punpkin Ale is one of the pumpkin beers that I can reliably look forward to. While not perfect, it offers a fairly bold, spiced pumpkin experience that, while a bit on the heavier side, is easy to drink. While most of the underlying brown ale is lost in the effort to deliver the pumpkin and spices, they do play up its malty and sweet nature to better accomplish this, though, in all honesty, I wouldn't mind if they tried to accentuate the earthy flavors more, as well as add a bit more of a hop bite. In the end, I can't really complain, as the beer is a pretty balanced attempt at adding actual pumpkin flavors to what is mostly a pumpkin spice style. To me, this beer is more geared towards the fans of the style already, especially those who prefer an easy drinking experience. Newcomers might be put off by the abundance of spices, while thrill seekers might find it tame in comparison to the bigger pumpkin beers available. The price is also slightly higher, with it being found between $12 and $14 for a 6-pack, but with its 7% ABV, the 12-ounce bottles allow you to have multiple before having to move on to something lighter or stop drinking. All in all, this beer comes in at 3.8 out of 5 points, making it a contender for other beers in the 3 category. This of course means that Punpkin Ale takes over as top spot for what we've covered so far. That's going to be all for this review. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see what other beers I'll be reviewing this season, and I'll see you next time.